Hello, Mindsetters. Welcome to your last Learn Extra live show for Mathslit for 2014. It's over. It's done. But we are not completely done, guys, because we do have exam school for you. I am Looney. Peter.
Hi there, folk. Welcome back. It's Thursday night, and you know what Thursday night means, eh? It's an exciting time because it means it's quarter to Friday, which is always a good time of the week.
Yes.
But most importantly, it's time for a bit of mathematical literacy.
Yes. So, guys, like I was saying, we still have exam school coming up for you guys. We have live shows. We have pre-recorded shows so that we're prepping you for your final exam. So make sure you watch all of next week and for the rest of the year until you guys are prepped for your final exams, so that you know what you do for your exams and you are smarty pants and you pass all your exams. I'll post all the information you need to know about the links for the schedule for exam school, but make sure you hit us up on Facebook on facebook.com/learnextra. Our Twitter handle is @learnextra, and you can get the show notes, the videos, and the schedules on learn.mindset.co.za. And then for exam school, you just go to Learn Extra and then you click on Learn Extra Revision and everything will pop up. I'll post the link on our Facebook page as well. Like I said earlier, the Get Connected competition is done, so it's over. We've announced our Sony Xperia, our winner, who was Makao Masala, but make sure you are tuned in. From now until 7 o'clock, we'll be announcing all those airtime voucher winners. So make sure you guys are tuned in for Mathslit and for the announcement of those winners. But for now.
But I still think there's one big competition that's still carrying on, isn't
Yes,
there?
yes. I'll announce all the other details for the other competitions. You see, I must take it step by step.
Okay,
Step
so
by
I've
step.
just been told off, basically been told to keep quiet and get on with the lesson. So let's do that. All right, here we go. Folks, last week we started something so exciting. We tried something new on live TV, and it worked so exceptionally well that we've decided to carry on doing it again this week. What did we do? Well, first of all, our topic for today, once again, is exam review or prelim exam review. And what we decided to do was work through a whole whack of questions, okay, that causes a whole lot of silly errors in the final matric exam. Okay, so if you remember last week, what we did was we gave you a website. And then you had to, like, what do you call it, tune in, type in, whatever it is, into that website. And then you'll come across a whole lot of questions. You got to answer those questions just by clicking the correct answer, either A, B, C, or D. Once you finish answering all the questions, you push submit. And instantaneously, what's going to happen is you will be told how many of those questions you got right. At the same time, your answers will fly through the sky. Depends where you live. Eh? If you live in Cape Town, flies through the Cape Town air, through the Karoo, down to Johannesburg and into our studios right here, where Looney, her computer will go all kinds of weird colors and flash and everything, and your results will be tabulated on her computer. Then we will look at everybody who's answered questions. And last week we had over 1,000 people typing away there and trying to answer our questions, which was fantastic. But at the end of it, we will have a percentage or know how many students got every question correct. Okay? So it's an exciting thing. Now, up to now, we've been running another set of questions, and you can still answer those. All right, but we have already looked at the results for these questions. So for the first question, and like I said, we've already got most of these results in. If you go to http://q.na/xwgas, if you click on that or type that into your browser, am I using the correct terminology?
Yes,
You've got to admit, I've got a lot
right.
better with this computer stuff. Okay, so if you type that in, voila, on your screen's going to come up some questions. You answer those, click A, B, C, or D, and like I said, when you finish answering all of them, click submit. You will get your feedback, and we will know what the students out there are getting correct and what they're getting wrong. When you've done that, there's a second question. If you go to http //q.na/WKCP8, you will see another set of questions. Answer all those questions, push submit, and we will get all the results here. There's also a third question, and if you then go on to http://q.na/3p2b5, you will then get question number 3, which consists of a number of questions. Sure, that's quite a lot to remember. If you go to our Facebook page, I think it is, these websites are on there. Is that right, Looney?
I'll post them now.
She's going to post them right now. Okay, it's good to have a secretary. Does this on.
Oh, what was that?
Right, let's go on to the first question. Now, this, like I said, has been up for the week, and a number of you have already replied to it. So, the following questions deal with data and probability. Question 1. If a jar contains 4 chocolate biscuits, 6 vanilla biscuits, and 8 caramel biscuits, what's the probability of picking up a chocolate biscuit if all the biscuits are mixed together and there's no way of seeing the biscuits in the jar? So we have a jar and we've got a whole lot of different types of biscuits in. They're all mixed up together. You want to quickly get one, but you're doing it illegally, all right? Like, I'm not allowed biscuits. My wife has banned me from eating any biscuits.
Why?
I have no idea. I think I have a wonderful physique, but nevertheless, other people tend to differ. They don't call me Chunky Norris for nothing, eh? Okay, so there I am now, see the biscuit jar, and I want to grab one. But because my wife's in the room next door, I don't have time to look at this jar and see, there's a chocolate, there's a vanilla, there. I think I got no time. So I'm going to walk past, hand in jar, close jar, and keep walking, right? So I got no idea what's in there. Now, what's the probability of me getting a chocolate biscuit? Now, is it 4 in 14 chances, a 22.22%, 2 in 8 chances, or 1 in 4 chances of getting that? Now, if we look here, already we've tabulated these results, so thank you to everyone for having put in the answers, okay? 34.6 people said that the answer was 22.22%. Just under 25%, 23.1% of all you guys who've answered this question said that the answer was 4 in 14 chances. 19.2% said 1 in 4 chances, and 23.1% of you said there's 2 in 8 chances. Now, folk, I have a slight problem with these results, because if you look at these results, there's no one answer that's standing out. Okay, so there's a majority of people out there, and not everyone is agreeing to what that answer actually should be. And that kind of worries me, because it means we have a whole lot of you out there who don't quite understand this concept. So let's go through the answer. So here we go. Now, first thing I need to do, I know when I deal with probability, folk, I've got to know the amount of biscuits that are in that jar. So how many do I have? Okay, and I'm going to ask Looney to help me here. All right, we got 4 chocolate, Looney. We got 6 vanilla and 8 caramel. Cool? How many chocolates do we have? I mean, how many, sorry, how many biscuits do we have?
18.
18, absolutely. How many of those are chocolate biscuits?
4.
4, absolutely. So my answer is 4 out of 18. Now, when I look at the selection, I don't have 4 out of 18 as an answer. I have 4 out of 14, and that's a huge mistake that matrics make. So many matrics say, well, there's a total of 18, 4 are chocolate, so I'm going to say 18 minus 4, and I get 14 at the bottom. You don't have 14 biscuits. You got 18. It's got to be 4 over 18. So why don't I see 4 over 18 here? Well, let's have a look. You can see if I were to simplify this, I'm going to get an answer of 2 over 9. I don't get 2 over 9. If we look again, we see we've got a percentage sign. So let's try and change 2 over 9 to a percentage. Out comes our calculator. And we say 2 divided by 9 multiplied by 100 equals, and my answer is 22,22. Here is my answer, folk, which means 22,22, 34,6% of folk got that answer correct. Oh my giddy aunt, what happened to the other 65,4% of you? You got it wrong, but I hope you've understood why you have got it wrong. Okay, first of all, we can't say 1 in 4 chances, because if it was 1 in 4, my answer would be 1 over 4. And folks, this is definitely 2 over 9 is definitely not 1 over 4. Got it? Why would people say 2 over 8? People would say 2 over 8 because you know how many matrics say 4 over 18 and they try and simplify it. They divide by 2, they get 4 divided by 2 is 2, and then the 18, they see the 8. And they say 18 divided by 2 is 8. Silly mistakes that are made in matric, but they happen all the time. And we are trying to stop you from making those mistakes. Remember my 3 golden rules. After answering every question, ask yourself, number 1, have I answered the question? Okay? So the question might require a whole lot of calculations and end with, do you think this is true? And once you've done the whole calculation, you've got to then conclude, yes, I think this is true. Okay? Second thing, always round correctly. And third thing, does my answer make sense? That is so important. So just the other day, in fact it was just yesterday, I was teaching a group of grade 11s and we were trying to calculate how much water could fit into a geyser. Okay, so a geyser which boils hot water, right? So the geyser was round about this high from the ground, from where my feet are, to about this high, and pretty circular. And someone got an answer of 1,6 liters. Now, folk, 1 liter is like a little Coke bottle. Yeah? Mm-hmm. That, guys, is not going to fill up a whole geyser. And if that person had stopped and said, hold on, does my answer make sense? They would have said straight away, it doesn't. Let's move on. Next question. Consider the numbers 5, 7, 11, 11. The mean of these, or the mean average of these numbers is 9, 25,75, 11, or 8,5. When we look at this, and this is kind of encouraging, 76,9% of you said that the answer was 8,5. Now that is encouraging because it means either 76,9% of you out there are correct, or it could be quite horrific because 76,9% of you could be totally wrong. But let's try and be positive. I hope you're all right. So let's have a look at this. So here we go. We've got 4 numbers. How do we calculate the mean? To calculate the mean, we are going to add these numbers. We're going to add the numbers and we're going to say 5 plus 7 plus 11 plus 11 divided by the number of numbers. And how many do I have? I have 4. Now again, folk, I'm going to do this on my calculator. And I'm going to say, right, I've got 5, I'm going to add 7, I'm going to add 11, and I'm going to add 11. And my answer there is 34. So I've got 34, I divided by 4, and my answer, folk, is 8,5. So, hooray! We got a whack of you. How much was it? 76,9% of you got that answer correct. That is great, great news. Why did the rest of you get it wrong? Let's look at some of the common mistakes that are made with this type of question. Why would someone choose 25,25? In fact, how many people chose that? There were 11,5% of you. Can I tell you what you did? You made a mistake that so many matrics make. You lazy. And what do I mean by lazy? So I have a group of boys in my class who say, sir, must we write that 34 there? Can't we just say 5 plus 7 plus 11 plus 11 divided by 4 equals? And I always say to them, no way. because you're going to make a careless mistake, like 11.4% of you just did. Because let me show you what your calculator is going to do. If I do this, if I say 5 plus 7 plus 11 plus 11 divided by 4, now, watch what your calculator does. It gives you an answer of 25.75. So what's going on with my calculator? Is my calculator total trash? Do I need to take it and throw it in the bin? Not at all. You've just used it incorrectly. Look here. That 5 plus 7 plus 11 plus 11 divided by 4. Your calculator's a clever little thing. It says, hold on. We got pluses and we got divides. But maths tells us we always do division first. So what your calculator's done, it said 11 divided by 4, and it's got an answer of 3.75. Then it's added the next 11, and added the next 5, and added the next 7. Sure. So the calculator is quite bright. It's us who punched the information in. That's wrong. So here's my answer. Do I have to type in the 34, sir, or can I just say divided by 4? Put in the 34. Don't be lazy. You've been at school for 13 years studying to write these matric exams. The writing 34 over 4 is just going to take you another 2 or 3 seconds. It's good time spent. Okay. Do we need to take an ad break?
Yes.
Time goes so quickly, doesn't it? Okay. My voice is breaking a lot. Time goes so quickly, doesn't it? Okay.
My searchers, we are going to take a break. Before we do, remember that I told you today is the last day of Learn Extra Live, but we have you covered for exam school. So the Maths Lit show is going to play at 5 until 7. A live show for you guys to help you prep for your exams, to make sure that you are ready for that final, which is on Friday. And remember those questions, guys. Peter is pointing to me. That http://chu.na/WKCP8. Don't forget to answer those questions, guys. I'm going to find those links and post them for you on Facebook. So let's take a very quick break, and I'll see you straight after this. Welcome back, mindsetters, from that break. So we want all of you to be Bright Sparks and enter the Be a Bright Spark competition. How you do that, it's either you buy this awesome official Safeways K53 learners and drivers manual available through all your South African retailers, or you download the Android app from your Google Play Store, available for Samsung smartphone users. Once you've done that, you keep your receipt once you've bought this book. Keep your receipt so that we have proof that you bought the book or you downloaded the app. After you've done that, you visit our Facebook page, you click on the tab for Win a Chevy Spark. It is on our Facebook page. You click on that tab. It's the competition tab. So you fill in all your details, you fill in all your information, and then you share it. You share it with all your friends to get an extra entry into the competition. Once you've done that, you go back to our Facebook page, you like the Facebook page, and then you like the official Safeways K53 Facebook page as well to stand a chance to win a Chevy Spark L. And a month from today, we are announcing our very first winner for the Chevy Spark. So you must stay glued to your screens. All the promos have been playing, and we've been giving you all the fun information that you need to know about the Be a Bright Spark competition. So make sure you enter, and then on the 23rd of November this year, live, we will announce the very first winner of the Chevy Spark L.
Sure, that's fantastic. I don't know how you remember to say all that.
Because I know, and I just,
just being revised. Now tell me, this book's like a learner's book, is it?
Yes.
Can I just have a look at it quickly?
You can.
So here we have a wonderful book telling you how to drive.
Yes.
I wish they had something like that when my mother-in-law learned how to drive, because clearly they never. Hi, mom-in-law. Try buy one of these books.
You are not invited, I'm sure, for the next few weeks. I'm just saying that.
No, out goes Christmas dinner.
Yeah,
I'm off the list.
you are not invited, Peter.
All right. Okay, I'm back here again. Folks, so before the break, we were looking at a wonderful little question on stats, and we had to find the mean. And we told you, or we discussed, the problem that the calculator can give you with that if you add up the digits and then just push divide by 4. All right? But now, this is what I want to know. I want to know why, in fact, let's just go back. Why is it that 7.7% of people said the answer is 9? Why is it? Folk, I'll tell you why. Because we've got some folk out there that don't know the difference yet between the mean and the median. Remember, the median is the middle one. So what some of you did was you said, aha, the middle is between 7 and 11. 7 plus 11 is 18. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So the answer has to be 9. You would get 100% for that if we asked you what the median was. But the question didn't ask you that. It asked you for the mean. So you would have got that wrong. Okay? Easy to make that careless mistake. Read your questions carefully. Why did some people get an answer of 11? Okay, so how many people? There were 11.5% of people who got an answer of 11. Now, why did they do that? They did that because they got mixed up between the mode and the mean. Remember, mode means most. Mean is nothing like that. In fact, finding the mean can be very mean because you've got to add up all those digits and then divide by the number of digits. Mode, most. They didn't ask for the mode here, guys. They asked for the mean. Can you see how easy it is to make a silly mistake? Guys, you've got to focus when you write those exams. Okay, focus completely and utterly on that paper. Read that question. When you've answered it, have I answered what they've asked me for? And then go on to the next one. Okay, let's go and have a look at another question. This question is like a little bit tough, and when we look at it, we can see that 53.8% of folk out there chose the answer of 40. All right, still a little bit concerning, because even if they are right, it means we got 46% of our folk out there who got this question wrong. Okay, let's try and figure out what we need to do. So, consider the numbers which have been placed in order from the smallest to the biggest number. We have 12, we've got 34, we got A, we got 90. We told the median of the numbers is 37. Determine the value of A. Now, how do we find the median, folk? We put our numbers in order from smallest to biggest. It's already been done for us. We're on our way. Okay? Then we try and find the middle of those numbers. Now, if I give you 4 numbers or an even number of numbers, I know my middle is going to be between 2 numbers. If you have an odd set of numbers, then your middle one is going to be at one of the numbers, exactly on one of those numbers. Here I've got an even, so I'm expecting my median to be in between 2 numbers. Let's have a look. 12, 90, 34, and A. So I know my median has got to be that. So my median is going to be, how do we find? 34 plus this number, which we don't know, so we're going to call it A, and we're going to divide it by 2. But folk, the exciting thing is, I know what that median is. It is 37. So I'm going to take my little eraser, if I can find it. Yep, there she is there. And I'm going to rub out that M, because I know what the median is. The median is 37. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to cross multiply. I'm going to say 2 times 37. And again, folk, if we are so prone to making careless mistakes, use your calculator. Because 37 times 2 is what? Looney?
37 times 2, 70.
You see, Looney's got it
70.
thick, and it's hurting her. So, if she were to take her calculator and use it straight away.
Isn't it 74?
It is 74.
It is.
Okay, that only took half an hour. But, so let's take out our calculator and let's do it. We're going to say, right, 37 multiplied by 2 equals,
but
oops, what did I do? I said
137.
137. I can't even push buttons properly. 37 times 2 equals 74. So I've now got, and I'm going here, why? Because I've run out of space. 74 equals 34 plus A. I want to find out what number must be added to 34 to give me 74. And what is that number? Well, we're going to say 74 minus 34. Should we try and give Looney a chance here?
74 minus 34 is 40.
Absolutely, she says proudly.
Yes.
And so A is 40, which, folk, is so encouraging because it means that 53.8% of you out there got that right. But why did others get that wrong? Okay? And the reason for that is some people would have said the median is the smallest number. Now that is totally wrong. How on earth would they have got 62? I have no idea how they would. No, I still don't have any idea how they would have got that. How would they have got 37? They would have probably just added 3 in here somehow and subtracted and done all kinds of... My goodness, folk. How are we getting these odd answers? Okay? Gotta check your work. Please do that. Especially in your paper 1, because so many people say, this is paper 1, it's easy, anyone can do it. And so many make mistakes. Right, let's go on to our very next question. The following question, consider the following data. 1134445 The upper quartile is what? 4, 5, 4.5, or 7. Now, folks, the results worry me. Because if you look at that, we got quite a lot of people who actually went ahead and said that the answer was 5. Okay? So some people said it was 4. Oops, I don't think we can really read that. Let me use a nice darker color. Some people said the answer was 4. Some said it was 5. Some said it was 4.5. And very few people said it was 7. Okay. Right. So let's do this. Here I have numbers. Before I can work out my lower quartile and my upper quartile, I've got to know what my median is, don't I? Okay? So let's do that. If you look here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 numbers. Right? Because it's an even set of numbers, I know my median is going to be between 2 of them. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My median is going to be right over here. Oops, I don't know why I did that. Sorry. Okay, cool. Back on the drawing board. So my median is this guy here. Now, what is my upper quartile? In fact, let's do it the other way around. What's my lower quartile? Folks, my lower quartile is that number which is in the middle of the median and the lowest number. My upper quartile is that number which is between my median and my highest number. So let's have a look. I've got 4 digits. The middle is, the median's going to be, or the low quartile is going to be in the middle, and there it is over there. Okay? Upper quartile is going to be between those two. So, halfway here is going to be 2. This number is going to be 4, my median, and my upper quartile is going to be 4.5. Let's just have a look at this. When we look at this, we can see that, 23% said the answer was 4. Folks, 4 is not the answer. 4 is the median. It is not the upper quartile or the lower quartile. Okay? It's the median. Why have some people chosen 5? In fact, a whack of them did. 34.6% of you chose 5. Is it because you misjudged? And instead of stopping at 4, or in between 4 and 5, you stopped at 5? That's exactly what you did. Why did some people say 7? Well, some people said 7 because the upper quartile, they just thought it was the highest number, the uppest most number. Okay? Folks, we've got to know our definitions. We've got to know what is a median, the lower quartile, and the upper quartile. If you can't answer those questions, you're not going to get anything right in this section. Okay. Right. Now, question number 2. And like I said, if you go off to your computer and you type in http://q.na/WKCP8, you will be able to answer the questions which I'm going to go through now. Once you've answered all the questions, push submit. Don't push submit after answering one, otherwise you're only going to get 1 out of 6 or 1 out of 8 or whatever number of questions there are. Okay? Answer all of them and then push submit. Now, at the moment in Johannesburg, we have a whack of a storm going on around us. We really do. There's lightning and thunder. In fact, in driving, yeah, it was kind of ducking, thinking, whoosh, any minute now I'm going to be knocked off. I'm going to have to apply and try and enter this competition to get a new Spark Chevy because my car is going to be totally sliding across the road here. So it's a horrible storm, and whenever there's a horrible storm out there, I think a lot of our, what do you call this, airwave things into the computer, the web, anyway, all your information that's flying through the sky is being
Wi-Fi.
absorbed.
What are you talking
the
about?
Wi-Fi stuff, yeah. All your information flying through the sky has been absorbed by the lightning, and so there's a slight delay with us here in the studio, and we're not getting your answers coming in as quickly as we wanted to. We can see there's a number of you answering it, but we aren't getting the results. So what we're going to do is we're going to extend the time a little bit. So we're going to do it slightly differently now. I'm going to answer the questions, and then we would have given you an extra bit of time. Hopefully the airwaves would have cleared, the information would come swooping into our studio, and we'll be able to tell you how many got what question right. Okay, so let's just do that straight away. In our next question, now all these questions deal with finance. Here we go. A ticket to a football game costs 43 British pounds at the Manchester Stadium. Determine the cost of the ticket in South African rands if we're told that £1 is equal to $1.61 and $1 is R7.80. Okay, so clearly the R7.80, this question was written up some time ago because the exchange rate now is what, 11 Rand something, isn't it? Something like that, Lily? Okay, cool. She's interested. Right, so let's get on. So we know now we're dealing with 43 pounds. Now, when I look at the information that's given to me, I'm told that £1 is equal to $1.61. Okay? That's an equal sign gone wrong, by the way. Okay. We want $43. Right. So I don't want $1, I want $43. Now, folk, how did I get that 1 to become 43? I multiplied by 43. And what I do on the one side, I've got to do to the other side. So we're going to multiply this by 43, and we're going to say, right, cool. And we're not going to do it. Hey, our calculator's going to do it because that's a lot of work. It'll burn out your brain. Okay, so out we go and we say, right, I've got $1.61. I'm going to multiply this now by 43, and I get an answer of 69.23. 69.23. 69.23 what? 69.23 dollars. Right. Have we finished? No, we haven't, sir, because the question said how many rands. So let's take it a step further. We are now going to say, all right, we've been told that $1 is equal to R7.80. But we don't want to know about $1. We want to know about this amount. We want to know about $69.23. Now, I ask you with tears of my navy blue eyes that have gone dark brown because of stress, how do I get the 1 to become 69.23? We multiply by 69.23. And what I do to the one side, folk, we do to the other. So we are going to say, let's also multiply that by 69.23. So out comes our calculator, and we've got R7.80 multiplied now by 69.23, and we get an answer 539.99. 539.99. Why can't I have comma 994? Because we're dealing in rands and cents, and when I'm dealing in rands and cents, we got to be sensible. That's quite clever. Eh? All right, so comma 99, not 994. Okay, right. How many of you got that right? We'll find out after the break, but we're not taking a break yet. Let's have a look at our next question. Our next question, the following question, again deals with finance, and here is the question. The cost of a boat ride is 54 Rand per adult. Pensioners pay half price, and children under the age of 13 pay a third of the pensioner's price. What is the total cost of 5 children? Folk, there's a lot of information here. Hey, you've got to really scramble through it and try and figure it out. Let's have a look. So, I've got 54 Rand for an adult. So we've got adults, and they pay 54 Rand for this boat ride. Can't be a very good boat ride. Maybe you got a row, because that's kind of cheap for a boat ride. Okay. Then we've got pensioners. And pensioners pay half of the 54 Rand. Okay? Because they pay half price. Now, what is half of 54? I won't ask Looney. Looney, do you know?
What is that?
Half of 54? 27. Well done. All right. And then we've got little children. Now, children under the age of 13 pay a third of what? Of the pensioner's price. What is the pensioner's price? It's 27 Rand. How do we calculate a third of 27? We say 27 times 1/3, or 27 divided by 3. And we're going to get an answer of 9 Rand. Now, I want to bring this to your attention, because I reckon a lot of you just did that. Said, 9 Rand, that's what it is. Okay? But you haven't answered the question. What is the question? What is the total cost of 5 children? 5 children means we're going to get 9 times 5, and we get an answer of 45 Rand. Do I have 45 Rand? Yes, I do indeed. Okay? So when I go on this boat ride, I pay 54 Rand, my wife pays 27 Rand, and my child pays 9 Rand. Okay. I don't think I'm going home either.
I don't know what's going to happen with you, hey? I don't know.
I'm looking for a new home. If anyone wants to adopt me out there, let me know. Okay, let's take an ad break, I think.
Okay. Mindset is let's take a very quick break. Don't forget to tell all your friends to keep tuned in, because we are going to announce Vodacom airtime winners for the Get Connected competition later on in our show, so it could happen anytime. So make sure you are tuned in and you don't go anywhere, because we'll see you straight after the break. Welcome back, Mindsetters, to your Matt Slit show with Looney and Peter.
Hi
I
there,
can
folks.
see you so busy pressing, and you.
I'm pushing buttons. I'm just so intrigued with what's going on here behind me. Okay. I hope the camera didn't get my back.
No, it got your good side, hey?
Okay, got my good
Yeah,
side.
yeah.
This is good. This is not a good side? Not good. Okay, so let's have a look. Folk, remember we said we were waiting for all this information to come in. Well, it seems the storm has gone away, and a flood of information came in. Last week we had over 1,000 people. Today, over 2,000 people. This is just so encouraging. Okay, and remember we answered this question. A ticket to a football game cost 43 British pounds. Remember we did, and we came up with the answer of 5399. Now, look how encouraging this is. 71.4% of you got that right. Well done, folk, because that was not an easy question. So all you viewers out there, thumbs up. Next one. We were working out the cost of taking 5 children, and we said the answer must be 45. If we look at our answer, we can see that 50% of us got 45. Folk, this worries me, that 50% of us got that question wrong. Always ask yourself, guys, and we say this all the time, have I answered the question? Don't just do it, rule off, and move on to the next one. Look at your answer. Okay, right, let's have a look at 2.4. It costs 299 Rand 88 cents to buy 42 litres of petrol. Determine the cost of 19 litres. Now, this is quite a whack. 100% of you out there, in fact, everybody said the answer has to be, what did they say? I don't know what they said, but they said the answer has to be something. Oh dear, we don't have the color. That hasn't been put up for us, but I'm sure they got it right. Okay, so how do we do it? Well, we know that we've got money and we've got liters of petrol. We know that 299 Rand and 88 cents is equal to 42 liters. Folks, we don't want to know what 42 liters cost. We want to know what does 19 liters cost. Now remember, before I can find out what 19 liters cost, I need to be able to find out what does 1 liter cost. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to say 1 liter. Now, how did I get that 42 to become 1? I divided it by 42. Right. Oops, that is a 2 gone wrong. All right, and I'm going to do the exact same thing this side. So I'm going to say I've got 299 Rand and 88 cents divided by 42. How do I get 1 to become 19? I multiply it by 19. And I'm going to do the exact same thing this side, times 19. And we're going to do that on our calculator and say, I've got 299.88. Divide that by 42, multiply that by 19, and my answer worked out to 135.66 Rand. 135.66 Rand. Folk, look at this. Every single one of you, more than 2,000 of you who are out there, got that question right. And I bet the other 10,000 of you that are watching but didn't have access to internet probably would have got that right as well. So well done. Let's have a look at our next one. Question 2.5. Add 23.26% to 1,357 Rand. Folks, let's have a look what happened. We got 8.3% of people saying it was 315 Rand. We got 33.3% of folk out there who said the answer was 315 Rand 64. 16.7% of you said the answer was 1,672 Rand and 63 cents. 41.3% of you said the answer was 1,672 Rand and 64 cents. I'm a little bit worried. There are a lot of different answers coming out here, folk. Okay, and folk, by now you should be knowing this work, or should know this work backwards, right? You should know how to deal with percentages. You're writing your final exams. When do they write? About 2 weeks or so, isn't it? Okay, got to know this. Let's have a look. So I'm going to say we've got 1,357 Rand. That's what I've got. I want to find 23.26% of that. So let's do that. Out comes our calculator. Okay? And we are going to say, we got 1,357. We're going to multiply that by 23.26. Now take note, we can say 23.26 over 100, or we can just say times 23.26 and push the percent button. Let's have a look. Shift and our percent button. And we say equals, and we get an answer of 315.64. 315.64. Now I know why 33% of the folk got this wrong. They never read the question. The question did not say find 23.26% of that money. It said once you found it, add it to that amount of money. So we've still got to take that amount and we've got to add it to what I started with. 1,357. So out comes our calculator again, and we're saying we got 315.64. To that we're going to add 1,357 equals, and I get my answer of 1672, comma, and what was the comma? 64. 64. So folk, my answer was D, and when we look at it, we see 41.7% of you out there managed to get that question right. So well done out there, okay? Problem being, 58.3% of you got it wrong. one of the main mistakes was you didn't read the question, you just found 23.26% of that money and got that answer and didn't go on. Now remember, if you had stopped, read the question again, you would have seen, "Oi, I haven't answered the question." And then I'm sure you would have got it right. Okay, our next one, question 3. Folks, for question 3, you should be on http://q.na/3p2b5. Okay, have you got that? Is it somewhere on their page, Lini, that they can find it or see it or do something?
They'll see the answers and everything on the page.
Okay, but this link, can they find it?
Yes,
okay, cool.
yes,
So if you go to, where do they go?
Facebook.com/learnextra.
Facebook.com/learnextra. Sure. You'll find that
it.
link if you can't see it. But should be on your screen now, so you should be typing it in. I'm going to say it again while you type it. http://q.na/3p2b5. Okay, while you're doing them, let's have a look at some of them, and then we'll come back to what your results were like. So 3.1 determine Brian's monthly taxable income if he earns 12,750 Rand a month, and he has the following expenses. He has vehicle, he gives to a registered charity every month, he buys groceries, insurance for his house and vehicle, he pays rent, he belongs to a pension scheme, so he gives them some money. So what is his taxable income? Now, taxable income, remember when we spoke about income, we get something called a gross income. That's the salary you get from your boss. That's what the job says they are going to pay you. Then we get a taxable income. That's the salary you earn according to the taxman. And remember, before he decides what your tax is, he takes away certain things. What does he take away? He takes away your contributions towards pension schemes, or a part of it, a percentage of it, okay? He takes away your contribution towards charities. He takes away certain medical expenses and things. All right, so let's have a look. If you have a vehicle, folk, that's not tax deductible. If you belong to a registered charity or give to a registered charity, that is tax deductible. If you buy groceries, sorry, you can't take that off your tax. Insurance for your house and vehicle, can't take that off for tax. Rent, can't take that off for tax. Pension scheme, we can take that off. The government like it if you belong to a pension scheme, because if you get a pension, they don't have to look after you when you're old, okay? And what is his taxable income? Well, according to the taxman, Brian earns, let's have a look. Brian actually earns 12,750 Rand. But the tax man is saying, hey, he gives to a charity. He gives 1,400 Rand. We're going to pretend he doesn't earn that money because he's been a good guy. Minus, we're also going to take away 870 Rand because that's what he contributes towards pension. And we want him to contribute towards pension. So his taxable salary is 10,480 Rand. 10,480, there she is there. Now, folk, you would have got these different figures. If you got A, it's because you just wrote down his gross salary, okay? If you got B, what you actually did was you took off all the deductions, right? And if you got D, then you kind of messed up and took off something. I don't actually know what you did there, really. All right, so let's go next one. Calculate the tax charged on an item of clothing that cost 459 Rand and 99 cents. Okay? So we've got something that cost 459 Rand and 99 cents. We are going to pay VAT on that. Now, folk, what is VAT? VAT, we're paying 14%. So we're going to times that by 14%, and we're going to say, just very quickly, we're just moving this calculator around. I bet you're sitting at home watching this calculator go up and down. All right, let's get back to the screen. Watch the calculator. You see, this is kind of Nice stuff. All right, but let's get on to the question. 459.99, multiply that by 14% or 14 over 100, okay, equals, and my answer 64 Rand 3986, 64 Rand, comma 3986. Now, folk, we are not going to pay 64 Rand, comma 3986 of a cent, because we deal with rands and cents. But that 8 tells me 39 must become 40. So my answer is 64 Rand and 40 cents, which is C, right over here. Okay, folks, we need to do a draw.
Yes, I'll
Let's
come
do a
to
draw.
you. Ooh,
Oh, there she goes, off
I'm
the
falling
chair.
over.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Lenny, you're actually quite short, eh?
Oh, please don't start.
Okay, I won't stop. sorry.
Everyone does
says
this.
that. It's
yeah.
horrible.
No, I'm not short, guys. Like, I'm normal
Okay.
height, I think.
It's like me. Everyone says I'm doof, but I'm not. I'm just.
Uh,
Right, what are we doing?
We're doing the draw for the Get Connected competition. Airtime vouchers for 5 lucky mindsetters.
So I'm drawing 5.
5, yes.
Okay, put it up here so I can't see. I'm joking.
Yes,
with you.
I-
All right, here we go.
Why?
Here's
Why?
the first.
The
And our
first
first
one.
winner is.
Lungisani Mtiane. Yay!
Well done. Our second winner is.
Ooh, another.
Ooh, there they all go flying. all over the place.
Nobula Umbuto.
One fell out. I think that means we've got to draw it.
No,
eh?
I'll
Because
pick- I'll
we'll
just-
draw again.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Our next winner is.
Spongile Koza.
Great. How many more to go?
2.
2 it is. Our next winner is.
Renelwe Makana.
This is exciting. One more.
One
folk.
more.
One more.
It
How
might
many
be you.
people entered this competition? Millions.
It's tons.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And the last lucky winner for tonight is. Drum roll.
Wow. Sachin? What's that?
Ramjivan.
Okay. Sachin, you're for yourself airtime as well. So I say those names again. Renelwe Makana. Why do they keep falling?
I
Okay.
don't know.
Okay.
Doesn't have fault.
Okay,
fault
so
to
it's
fault.
Sachin.
Okay.
That's their name.
Right. Sachin Ramjivan.
Yes. Lungisani Mtiane.
That's right.
Renelwe Makana.
That's right.
Spongile Koza.
Absolutely. These are all legit.
And Nobula Umbuto. You have all won airtime from the Get Connected competition.
Well done, folks.
Applause.
How much airtime?
60 Rand.
Oh.
60.
Just enough to phone in and talk to us or
No, it's
whatever. the
enough.
case
No,
is.
it's enough.
Yeah,
Guys.
it's enough.
It's
Right,
enough.
great stuff.
Congratulations. The show is almost over. You can wrap up here.
Okay, got to wrap up. Show's almost over. Being given orders by the little one. Let's obey. Right, folks, at the moment now, you are about to start your final examinations. At this stage of your revision, you should be getting hold of a whack of exam papers. And these exam papers are out there on the Education Department website. You should be able to get hold of them, Google them if you have to, and just go through paper after paper after paper. Not only are the question papers on, but the model answers are normally on as well. So you can do the question and see how you've done. From me, everything of the best, and I'll chat to you just before the day before your exam.
All right, Mindsetters, we love you very much. We're wishing you everything of the best. Good night and God bless. We love you guys. Bye.